They say the harshest betrayals come not with knife, but with a handshake from someone who shares your blood. I never believed that, until I walked into a glass panel room where no one would meet my eyes. The silence was sharp, unnatural. At the head of the table stood my brother-in-law, Ryan, confident, polished, smug, like a man who believed he'd finally toppled the king. "We need new leadership," he said, locking eyes with me. "Effective immediately, you're out." I nodded. Just once. No protest. No questions. No emotion. He mistook that silence for surrender. Around him, heads dropped, eyes glued to screens, coffee cups. Anything but me. Not a single word in my defense. Not even from my wife. But what they didn't realize, what Ryan never took the time to understand, was that I had read every line, every clause. A decade earlier, her father, Arthur, came to me desperate. His company was sinking, and I had the tools to raise it from the deep. I agreed on one condition: control. He gave it, in the form of a contract, one that transferred full ownership of every patent and product to me, one that guaranteed, if I was removed without cause, I'd walk away with a buyout based on current value. Arthur had always understood the weight of that agreement. That's why he never crossed me. But Arthur was gone now, and Ryan thought titles made kings. When I married into the family, they welcomed me. At first, Arthur saw the fight in me, the logic, the grit. Ryan, though, he shook my hand like it was a punishment. I was the outsider, the repairman who accidentally took a seat at the table and refused to leave. I stayed professional, built the tech, secured the clients, managed the chaos. While Ryan crafted his image, media darling, self-declared visionary, I didn't need applause. I needed results. Quiet, consistent power. But quiet men are easy to underestimate. Lauren changed too. Success does that to people. Somewhere between the first Series B and Ryan's poisonous whispers, she stopped seeing me as her partner, started seeing me as the obstacle. The night before they tried to cut me out, she didn't come home. I stayed late at the office. That's when I saw them, through the glass, Ryan, Lauren, and a lawyer. Paper spread like a battlefield across the conference table. They didn't see me, but I saw everything. Heard just enough. "We bleed him out slow," Ryan laughed. I didn't flinch. I just walked away. I went home, opened the contract, and reread it, word by word. Then I called my lawyer, the one on quiet retainer, just in case. He laughed. "They've made a mistake," he said. "They owe you more than the company's worth." I nodded. Good. For the next 2 weeks, I moved in silence, shifted assets, secured backups, transferred control of key shares into my private trust. Every patent, every formula, every confidential file, legally mine. I canceled investor meetings, warned suppliers of turbulence ahead. Ryan didn't notice. He was busy writing keynote speeches and chasing photo ops. They thought I'd disappear. They thought I'd lick my wounds and vanish. Instead, I waited. When the call came the day after they fired me, their lawyer sounded like someone who just realized the brakes were gone and the cliff was close. "You need to come in." I arrived calm. The boardroom was full again. Ryan pacing, Lauren pale, eyes wide. I sat, said nothing. Their lawyer pushed the contract across the table, like it might bite him. "This clause," he said, tapping the page. "The buyout, it's enforceable. And based on current valuation, you're owed $46.2 million. Ryan's voice cracked. "That can't be right." "It's binding," I said. "Your father signed it. You removed me without cause. That was your error." Ryan stood, fists clenched. "We won't pay." "You will," I replied, "or I trigger clause 2. Confusion rippled across their faces. They hadn't found it. It was buried, quiet, a legal landmine no one bothered to notice. If I'm removed and not compensated within 72 hours, full IP reverts to me. Everything, every patent, every design, every asset, all of it. Lauren's voice wavered. "You wouldn't." "I already did." And that's when it hit them. The dawning realization that I was never the pawn. They were. I'd built the foundations they were standing on, and I just pulled the support beams out from under them. By the end of the week, it was mine. All of it. The board scattered. Investors vanished. Suppliers froze accounts. Ryan watched helplessly as his empire collapsed, mirror in hand. Suit undone. Lauren left, slipped out in the dark. She sent a single message the next day. "You planned this." I never answered. She already knew. Now I sit in a new office. Different logo. Same product. Better version. Some of the team came with me. The ones who remembered who laid the tracks, not who posed for the photo. Ryan sold his car. Rented his house. His name is still on the old company's website, next to the word former. You don't have to shout to settle a score. Sometimes silence is strategy. Sometimes a cut they try to make bleeds them dry.